We live, baby. Cool. Happy Wednesday, family. Happy Wednesday. We're broadcasting
Yeah.
from
Welcome, welcome.
yes, we're broadcasting from multiple streams. You guys have been seeing a ton of marketing. We're heavy pressing, promo run, and we're doing it for you guys. There's no better time than now to be in the real estate industry, and wholesaling real estate is the fastest, most affordable entryway into the business. I can't express that enough. So, for those of you all who have been looking to get into the real estate business, thinking about it, hearing about it, seeing properties and wondering what's going on with it, wondering how you can make money in the real estate industry, we're going to talk to you guys and tell you and show you how not only ourselves, but our students are making tens of thousands of dollars wholesaling real estate on a consistent basis, and how you too can be doing the same. So I'm gonna let my partner Shawn do a little introduction for you guys. We're gonna give a little bit of backstory on ourselves. If you guys haven't been tuned in to just kind of see, we live and breathe not only real estate but entrepreneurship, right? So we're gonna give you guys a little backstory on ourselves individually, and then we're gonna dive right into it and let you guys know what the opportunity wholesale and real estate looks like, and what an opportunity in partnership, collaboration, and community with myself, Shawn, and the top tier solutions community looks like as well. So,
Yep.
Shawn, I'm gonna pass it to you.
Yep, absolutely. So, congratulations, guys, on even taking the first step to attend something like this. These are the type of meetings that change your life. All right. We were always taught that if you read 10 books and attend 10 seminars and put some time in to do the education, you can become an expert at anything, right? But this is one of those seminars that count toward that 10 in order to help you guys move forward on in those goals that you're searching. So when it comes to real estate and wholesaling real estate and just real estate investing in general, it's very, 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 very important to learn this business from the right people the right way. Okay.
Most
And
definitely.
I can really attest and say that Byron and I are the right people. Why? Because we actually give a fuck about you being successful. Right? We're not here to take a bunch of money from you and send you on your way. We're here to partner with you, help you along the way, give you an opportunity to earn while you learn. And that's exactly why we created the Top Tier Solution 7-step system. And that's exactly why we created the compensation plan that we created that we're going to get into a little bit later into the call. So, myself, I've been in this business for about 14 years now. This is what I do. All right. For the first 8 years in real estate, it was simply being a realtor, right? Just helping people find their house, helping bringing a seller and a buyer together. And a buyer was looking for their dream house, and the seller was probably selling a house that they used as a stepping stone on their way to their next dream, right? And then when I decided to become an investor about 5 or 6 years ago, really around 6 years ago, is when I actually discovered the art of wholesaling. And I can honestly say that discovering this side of the business changed my life. Okay. This is where I went from a $50,000 house in the city of Detroit to a $500,000 house in the suburbs. Right. This is where we went from one vacation a year to as many vacations as you can, right, in a year. Because one thing about being on vacation and being a member or a wholesaler and having that as your career, or a real estate investor and having that as your career, is that you can do this business from anywhere in the world as
Mr.
long as you
Bargaineer
have a
here,
phone
along with Byron.
and a laptop, or a phone and a way to um, generate documents, right? So as long as you have those two things, I don't care if you're on the beach in Puerto Rico or in the slums of Colombia, right? You'll be able to do this business. And so, I'm going to pass it back to Byron here, and we can kind of get into the opportunity and really just get into the nitty gritty about what you guys have been experiencing on your journey of discovering wholesaling, and if there's turmoil, if there's pain points there, and where we can be of assistance And hopefully, at the end of this thing, you are someone who partners with us, who joins the top tier community, and we're able to continue to further your education and teach you this business the right way. Because if you're going to get into it anyway, if you're going to get into it and do it all wrong, you are going to screw up my name just as much as you screw up yours, right? Because the name of wholesaler is the thing that contains the stigma, right? That's the thing that sellers are like, no, I don't want to work with any wholesalers because other wholesalers come into the business and they lock things up. They don't properly know how to run their numbers and they just screw up the business for everyone. So, B,
Yeah, most definitely, Shawn. So basically, what Shawn is saying is it's a business of each one teach one. It's a networking game. Obviously, real estate is everywhere, right? Every city, state, it's everywhere, right? So by us expanding this reach and getting you guys in the business and getting you guys learning the system, it allows for us all to utilize each other's markets, each other's networks, and we're going to show you how to close deals consistently and how to make tens of thousands of dollars from anywhere in the world. A little just quick back end story. We're not here to talk about ourselves, right? Obviously, you guys can check out our social media, get some insight there, get some history there. But in a nutshell, because I have to give praise and respect to not only the business but to my partner Shawn for discovering this wholesaler opportunity. How I found my way to the business, I was running an AT&T franchise for 5 years. I had an office in Dayton, Ohio, and St. Louis, Missouri, and I experienced a ton of success in that business and in those markets. But as things happen, I lost myself and my business went down. And so I needed to find an opportunity to replace the income and the lifestyle that I had been accustomed to living. And I was talking to Shawn during the time where I was closing my company, and he was discovering this wholesaling thing, and he has been making tens of thousands of dollars off deals. And I had already came from a sales background, so I understood the concept of as much as I was willing to do, as hard as I was willing to work, as long as I knew that, and I closed the deal, I made the money. Once I had the information, then I'm going to work. I can control that, right? I can close as many deals as I can and make as much money as I can. So the opportunity was right there for me. And the unique thing that I did, which I'm going to encourage anybody listening to this call to do, is I took action. I acted on it, right? I started to get the information. I didn't do it half-ass. I said I'm in this business, and once you make the decision that you're going to do something and you're in something, if you're taking off 4 days in a row, a week in a row, you're taking off 2 weeks, you're jumping back in, you was in yesterday, you ain't do nothing else on the business till Friday, then it's not the business, it's you. This is why you're not successful, because you're not investing into learning and growing the business. And I'm not going to trick anyone and let anyone think that they're going to come into a business and start to making 6 and 7 figures easily without consistency in their work ethic. But what I will tell you is that this is a business that you can do from anywhere in the world, right? You get your time freedom back. You know what I'm saying? And the payout from the results here are in the tens of thousands per deal, right? So that's what inspired me. And that's what made me say, hey, I can make tens of thousands of dollars based on my work ethic, and I can do it from anywhere in the world. I don't got to go to be in my office from 9 to 6, sometimes 7 at night every day. I'm gonna have at it, right? And so I got the education. So what we're gonna talk to you guys about today is we're gonna talk about the opportunity of wholesaling. Some of you guys may already know what wholesaling real estate is. Some of you guys may have heard of it. You're coming brand new. But we're gonna break it down for you very simple, right? So what this is as and we don't like to go to from A to Z, right? We want to catch you right where you're at, right? So the first thing that we're gonna talk about is just identifying deals that can turn to money. And in this business, we're working off market. So we're looking for properties that come with issues attached. These issues can be physical issues or situational issues, right? So physical issues, obviously anything that looks damaged or off or looks like the property is just not being upkept, right? So the industry says we're looking for the ugliest or the worst looking houses on the nicest blocks, right? So if you're riding down your local neighborhood blocks and every house on the block look like someone's living in it and is taken care of, but there's one or two properties just stand out as, hey man, this place is looking bad. It's bringing the block down. It's boarded up windows, boarded up doors, trash all in the yard. You know, a fire just happened. The mailbox is knocked over. It's always mail in the door. The door hinge is hanging off. You know, I got broken glass outside. Like this can't be somebody taking care of their home. It got to be something going on with this. Those are opportunities, right? Those are physical situations that we're looking for on blocks that are, you know, livable, right? Where people are living in, but this is one or two houses just throws off the block. Our studies and industry study has shown that when you identify those physically distressed looking properties, there's going to be opportunity there because there's usually some type of situation there that someone needs help out of, right? They might be losing the property, right? We can help them save it, make money there. They might have had that fire damage, but they don't have the insurance coverage to repair. So now they can't even live there anymore. They got to figure out what to do. So selling is an option. They might have had a flood. They don't have insurance to fix it. So now the property is so damaged, they can't live in there. They need to sell it. It might be a homeowner who's out of state and the tenants are just doing the property bad and they're just exhausted with it. They're losing money on that deal. So they need to sell it. You know, it's so many situations that come about from these physically distressed or damaged properties. These are where the deals come from. So the thing that I want you guys, if you're on this call, to focus on is listen to all of these different situations I'm saying about finding deals to make tens of thousands of dollars on because they're happening all around your area. So first, what are we looking for, right? Now, I talked about situational distress, right? Situations. People are going through divorce. They need to sell the property, right? Lord forbid, but life happens. Somebody's loved one passed away. They need to sell the property. You know what I'm saying? They're losing it. They're behind on taxes. The IRS is talking about foreclosing on it. They don't have the money to stall it. Somebody can come in, an investor can come in and save that deal, make money, and get them out of just losing their property and having a debt against their name. So many there, they lose their job, right? Hard times come about. They lose their job. They can't afford the mortgage anymore. They need to sell quickly. These are situational issues that can turn to deals, and not only deals for us to make money, but we're going to be able to help these people out of these distress situations. And guys, these situations are happening around you every day. You're literally passing $5,000 deal, $10,000 deal, $20,000 deal. You're literally passing it every day, but you just don't have the information to say, hey, that's a distressed property that Byron was talking about. Let me write the address down and see what's going on with it. Hey, that's a distressed property. Hey, I heard my coworker talking about how his sister really needs to sell her house, but I don't know I don't know how to help them, right? You go from being somebody who don't know how to help somebody to knowing how to help them, save them out of a situation, and you're going to make 5, 10, 20, $30,000 on the back end by finding this great deal, right? So we deal in off market and we deal in distressed situations because this is where we're able to negotiate and make money. So I'm going to let that sit there, right? I'm going to let that sit there. Is that we're going to show you how to identify off-market distressed properties and turn them to profits, right? So literally, if you're somebody listening to this call, if you just took that information that I just covered right there, you can be well on your way to making tens of thousands of dollars in real estate. I literally had my little cousin. He took action. I told him, hey, cuz, if you know anybody got any properties for sale, any distressed properties they need to get off of, let me know. We can make some money. He did just that. He posted on his Facebook, hey, anybody want to sell their property? Let me know. He put the word out there. And his people came back to him and said, hey, I got a property I need to sell. Can you help me out? He brought the property to me. I'm able to show him in real time what we're going to do with that property. And now we got that property secure from that person, helping them sell their property. We got it under contract and we got it sold in a week with an $11,000 profit. So we're going to make $11,000 because just for bringing that property, we're gonna split that deal. So he just made $5,000 just by doing what I told him to do. Go and see if anybody needs to sell any distressed properties. If you run across any distressed properties in your neighborhood, write down the address. Let's see what's going on with it. If you hear about any distress, matter of fact, if you really want to run it up, go ask all your friends, family, relatives, co-workers, anybody you can ask if they know anybody got any properties that they need to sell You're working with a team of investors who's buying up everything, let you know. We're going to show you how to take that property, secure it with little to no money down, get it in front of end buyers, and make tens of thousands of dollars in between. And that's the business you're going to be able to do that consistently. So I just talked to you guys very short and sweet on just what we're looking for and some ways that we go about it. Shawn's going to quickly just touch on the next step with that. And then we're not going to go past that. We're just going to stop it right here and we're going to talk to you guys about what you need to have on your mind, what you're looking for property wise, and the next step in that process. We're going to talk about that. And then we're going to talk about how, like I kind of threw out there with Cuz, but we're going to talk about how you can team up and partner up with us. So now, as these deals are coming in, we're going to be walking them down with you and teaching you in real time exactly what to do step by step to turn these leads, to turn these off market leads, right, into cash money, right? So Shawn, I'm gonna let you take it from there. After if somebody takes this information from this call, right, they do exactly what I just said. They go ask their friends, family, relatives, co-workers. They're riding up and down the street. They're identifying distressed looking properties, and they just say, "Hey, this looks like something he was talking about. Let me write it down. Let me bring it to his attention." If somebody takes advantage and does that, Shawn, what are the next steps for them, and where are they well on their way to from your experience in the business?
Well, awesome. Can you see the screen that's being shared? Deal or no deal? Number 2.
No, we can't see the screen. I just seen you and myself on the screen.
I believe it is sharing.
Oh,
Picture
there
in
it is
picture.
now.
Yeah, there it is. So, so what Byron just talked about is the first step in our 7 steps to success, which was essentially campaigning. He really touched a lot on one of the main things in this business, which is word of mouth marketing, right? Asking your friends, your family members, hey, do you know anybody that's selling a property? Hey, are you in a distressed situation? Hey, and just saying to everybody that's in your circle, listen, I am a real estate investor now, or I have connections to real estate investors, and we are looking for distressed property. Or if you're in a distressed situation, well, guess what, Auntie? Now I'm the person that can help you get out of it, right? So once we identified those property and we brought those things to the table, we have to determine, is the property that we're looking at the property we're looking for? Is this a fix and flip? Is it a buy and hold? Or is it just simply not enough meat on the bone for not only our investors, but ourselves as well? And we just let it go, right? So how do we do that? Well, there are certain formulas that we teach at Top Tier. The main one being what's called the 70% rule. And in order to engage in the 70% rule, we need to find out what that property is worth when it's all fixed up. And so that's called running comps, right? That's another thing that we teach you. And just like Byron said, we're not going to go so deep and dive into everything on this call this evening, but the step or what I mean is that we have to be able to run our numbers correctly in order to make any deal make sense for anybody, right? So part of the Top Tier Solutions package is a CRM that's going to allow you to find distressed properties online, to run comps. There's a system where we're able to punch in an address and it's going to tell us what the average property sold for in that area. It's going to show us pictures of those properties. It's going to give us a map to show us how close or how far away that property was. And we teach you the parameters to input into the system where you're going to get accurate numbers. And that's where we see a lot of new wholesalers struggle, is just being able to say, this is worth this when it's fixed up, and actually be right about it, right? And actually have those things spot on. Because if your numbers are off, the deal is off, and you're just ruining your reputation, and you're just, spinning a hamster wheel. Nobody's going to buy anything from you if there's not enough meat on the bone. The third step in the Top Tier Solutions 7 steps to success is, this step number 2 and step number 3 kind of combine together. And then we go into being able to properly make offers and bringing in the right people to determine what the rehab amount is on a property, right?
Quick
So if
question.
you're dealing in distressed property and we're saying, hey, this is how much it's. Excuse me?
Yeah, quick question. So with these steps, all of these steps we just covered up to this point, have we mentioned about anybody having to spend money or invest money for this all to happen?
Absolutely not. We've gotten all the way to where we are right now with no money out of pocket. And that's the beautiful thing about wholesaling. It's your least expensive entryway into real estate investing. You didn't even hear anybody say, hey, you got to go to school for 40 hours and get a license, right? We didn't say you got to pass a test or any of those things. We said you have to talk to your cousins and tell them that you're a real estate investor now. And if they got any places that they want to sell, you can help them sell it, right? We never mentioned a single dime. And guess what? In our compensation plan and what we teach is earn while you learn, we've broken this down into 4 equal parts. You're actually going to get paid just for bringing that property to the table. Thousands of dollars for bringing that property to the table. The average wholesale deal in Michigan is about $10,000. We're going to pay you 20% of that $10,000 check just for bringing that opportunity to the table and letting another top tier member take it the rest of the way. So before we go any further, we want to play a quick video. It contains a couple of testimonials from our students, folks that have jumped into the game in a very short period of time, like our friend Ryan, who jumped in, got the information, and literally made $100,000 in his first 90 to 100 days in his business. And Ryan's nobody special, just like I'm nobody special, or Byron's nobody special. We don't contain or possess special real estate talent, right? This is getting the information and then putting it to work. This isn't being born 6'8", 270 pounds like LeBron James, right? And having to compete with other 6'8", 270 pounds guys, right? This is just guys who take what they're taught and put it to work, and we're able to really make great income by doing it. So go ahead, cue the video.
You know, being like me, making your first $5,000, so you too can definitely don't have to take that long route. Get started now, and literally, you can be identifying off-market properties in your local neighborhood starting today, starting tomorrow, knowing what to do with those off-market properties and turning those off-market properties to profits. And you literally could be on your way to the closing table and closing your first deal, or being like Ryan and making your first 6 figures in a month, in 30 days. You know, being like me, making your first $5,000 in the wholesale business in your first 30 days. Or being like Shawn, I remember his first deal, $8,000 on his first deal, learning this business within a couple weeks. Like, that's the opportunity that you guys have. You don't want to hesitate on getting started, because you're going to be in that same spot watching this business progress forward and asking yourself, why haven't I gotten started yet? Click the link below. Let's get started. Earn that first 10K in the next 30 days.
Celebration. We didn't pop a bottle. We popped another Creole ball. We didn't pop a bottle. We popped another lipstick. I'm playing with you. Come on, baby, roll this one.
Cool. So, guys, listen, the opportunity is happening. Our students are getting it done. Where not only we're dropping a ton of information consistently daily in the wholesaling real estate. If you guys are tuned in from wholesaling real estate for beginners group, Shawn has the Each One Teach One. He's constantly dropping gems, jewels, teaching you guys in real time. Gatsby knows real estate page. We're giving you guys the information, but it's one thing to sit back and try to piece all of that together and try to go off and do it on your own. It's another thing to be a part of a community where we're running this race together, where we're closing these deals together, where we're breaking down these bags, making these checks together. You're going to be guaranteed to accelerate your growth process. And that's why we designed this opportunity for you guys. And that's why we put this course together, because we know the out the mud work that it takes to get to the point where you're consistently understanding and closing deals in this business. And even if, let's say, you're somebody, you're a fast learner, you're able to piece that together and get to the point where you're making money and closing deals in this business just by piecing the information together. You'll make more money with inside of a community where you can put 10 other wholesalers deals in front of your buyers, and you can put your deals in front of 10 other wholesalers buyers as well. And that's what this community is about. We're moving and grooving as a unit. We're closing more deals. We're closing more deals faster. So if you're somebody that's catching this, right? If you're catching this brief call and you're really looking to scale your business, if you're somebody who's been in it, you're only closing one deal sporadically here and there, you're looking to be consistent, you're looking to accelerate your financial earnings in this business, or if you're somebody who's new, you're looking at this business, you understand it, and you're just ready to go, you're ready to close that first deal, then let's go. You guys need to DM us. Let us know, hey, I caught the call. I'm ready to get started. I'm ready to get in a community that can really drive me forward. I understand it, but I'm missing some pieces. Get in the community. Let's get in the Q&A consistently. We're working. We're inviting you to come work with us consistently, daily, to close deals consistently, to be in that six-figure club, to be in that seven-figure club. It's happening, right? We've earned millions of dollars doing this. We're constantly being consistent. We've been doing it year after year. The deals don't stop. If you guys literally just go on Facebook Marketplace and type in houses for sale, that's us. I literally put about 10 properties on Marketplace for sale just this week alone. So now, if those 10 properties just start selling like dominoes, if one sale next week, 7,000, then it's skip a week. But the week after that, another one close out and sell. Another 10,000. So you get what I'm saying? Get the inventory, get the information, load up so that when you're looking at, hey, where's my money going to come from? You'll be in a community where me and Shawn can say, and we're in collaboration with this. Hey, right now we have 10 plus properties in inventory for sale. If you do the math, if you just say 10 times 5,000, take the minimum number, 5,000 off each deal, that's $50,000 on the market right now. It's just that simple. If you say
another
10,
thing that's important about being in the community is that sometimes we'll just throw you a bone and say, hey, I'm out of town right now. Go by there and take pictures, have a conversation with the seller. We don't really need you to talk numbers much, but just do a walkthrough and get a little bit of an assessment and get the pictures for us. Well, if we make $10,000 on that deal, that's $2,000 in your pocket just for taking pictures. Right? No one else is doing that. No other community is doing that. I couldn't do that at any freaking real estate office that I spent years of learning that business and getting licensed and getting that education, right? Nobody's just passing me money for taking pictures, So the opportunity is definitely real. The opportunity is definitely phenomenal, right? So it's just up to you to take advantage of it. They say POR,
you
the
just
acronym for
POR today, didn't you,
POOR, is passing over opportunities repeatedly. You don't want to continue to be poor. And I'll close at that.
Yeah, so guys, don't hesitate, don't be shy. We're real. I'm here, Byron Gatsby. I'm pouring live. My partner Shawn, we're real. DM us, send us a message, let us know. Even if you got to get heartfelt. Hey man, I'm struggling. I need an opportunity. I've been looking at you guys. I'm ready to get started, and then we're gonna work with you as long as you're ready. You ready to get the skin in the game? You ready to get to work? We're gonna say, hey, let's get to it, right? So DM us. We're real people. This is a real opportunity, and real money is being made. So don't hesitate. Shoot us a DM. Let us know that you're somebody that's ready to go, and we're gonna be here to partner up with you. Show you how we can learn and grow together. The time is now. The opportunity is real. It's 2024. Get in the real estate business. We're going to keep coming at you guys week after week after week after week because like we're telling you to do, we're working. We're promoting. We're building, we're marketing. Yes, we are doing all of that. We want you in so that we can have more inventory into our business, so that we can turn 100,000 to two. And while we're doing that and showing you guys by example, by getting on these calls, we're telling you, come on, come on, come on. Let's do the same. Let's get you promoting. Let's get you marketing. Let's get you putting the word out there to your friends, family, relatives, coworkers that if they got something for sale, we can sell it, right? Let's get in the game. Let's get in the business. That's the most important thing is getting started. Getting started. Stop thinking about it. Stop hesitating. Stop procrastinating because that ain't going to get you no money. What's going to get you to the money, what's going to get you to your goals is getting started and staying consistent. Point blank, period. So I hope this resonates with you guys. The time is now. Each one teach one. Wherever you caught this from, whether it was our YouTube channel, whether it was Gatsby Knows Real Estate, whether it was Mr. Bargaineer page, whether it was Wholesaling Real Estate for Beginners, whether you tuned in from Each One Teach One, we're broadcasting so many different places. Wherever you guys are at, send us a message, reach out, DM, and say, hey, I'm ready to get started. I'm ready to make my first 10K. I'm committed to this, and let's go. Let us show you how to get it done. So we're going to give you guys your night back. Any questions, like I said, same thing. DM, leave us a message. If you're somebody serious, we even can set up to jump on a phone call. But you have to be ready to go. You have to have that skin in the game, and you have to be ready to be consistent and get into the opportunity. So with that being said, we're going to give you guys your night back. We will be back with even more jewels and gems. We're going to be running something very special next Wednesday around this same time. It's going to be a little different, but we're going to be dropping way more jewels. We're going to be bringing resources, and I don't know, we might have a special guest too. I've been talking to some other wholesalers who's really killing it in the business. Some of our students, like we keep throwing up Ryan, who's really made $100,000 in his first 90 days of doing this wholesaling business. So we're going to be coming live at you guys, and you guys get ready to join the community and join this ride because we're not stopping. We're going to be doing this business. We're going to be eating off this business, and we're going to be teaching our people and teaching you guys, those who are ready to go and make money. We're going to be teaching you how to do this business consistently. So don't hesitate. Get in the game. With that being said, you guys enjoy your night. Wholesale Domination 2024. I always speak positive into my success. We're going to dominate the real estate industry with this wholesaling and investing all 2024. You guys enjoy your night.
Peace.